Hello, you're watching Time Warner Cable's local edition, the Sacramento Report. I'm Jaime Garza. With me today, Assemblyman Anthony Portantino. Nice to have you as always.
Thanks,
this man right here, always trying to reform government and still at it.
Well, it's a tall order, but we're doing our best. And this year we've turned our attention to a couple good government issues, and I think good fiscal policy as well. We're looking to create an Office of Inspector General, an independent office of oversight. A lot of people think that oversight is everywhere. Well, in reality, the legislature itself is not subject to an independent oversight officer, and so I want to create an Office of Inspector General with independent oversight over the legislature and over the executive branch as well. I think it's important that we try to find as much waste and things that need to be corrected as much as possible during this economic downturn. I mean, we're in a financial crisis. People are losing their houses, losing their jobs. We should do everything we can to make government work as efficiently as possible, and having an independent person sort of keep an eye on all of us, I think, might help.
Let's make it very clear. You said Inspector General. Maybe a lot of you at home are saying, well, don't we already have an Inspector General, Laura Chick? This is not that Inspector General, because Laura Chick oversees the federal money that
Correct.
we're getting. This would be a permanent position for the state.
Well, it's a permanent position for the state. Laura Chick supports the legislation. She's testified on its behalf. And we're actually looking at the model that she did with the city of Los Angeles, where she brought accountability to the city of Los Angeles. So we're looking at her legacy, not necessarily her as the person, because we're going to make sure that the appointment process is done in a fair, open manner. But it's good to have her support. And again, what we're talking about is complementary to what she's doing on the federal funds. It's complementary to what the state auditor is doing. Our state auditor is doing a fantastic job with the powers that have been given to the state auditor. We're looking at expanding that oversight role and creating an independent person that would complement, not duplicate, the role of the state auditor, because again, we don't want to duplicate anything, because we're not here to try to find inefficiency. We're here to try to find efficiency. So that's just one proposal we're working on. And then the other thing we have is a pay-as-you-go model, modeled off the federal pay-go procedure. And again, we're in a budget crisis. We shouldn't be spending money we don't have, and we should be making sure that anything we do has a dedicated revenue source or an identified savings. Let's have priorities. Let's say that Program A is better than Program B. Well, we should do away with Program B and use the savings to pay for A. It's not about just piling on thing after thing after thing, not having a way to pay for it. Let's prioritize what we want the state to do. Again, root out the inefficient things, make sure that everything is financed. And if it doesn't have a dedicated revenue source, it shouldn't become state law.
Well, why hasn't something like this been proposed much earlier? I mean, because if you talk to taxpayers, they'll say, those folks up in Sacramento do what they want, and then we pay the bill.
Well, it has been talked about, and Bob Hertzberg and California Forward, it is part of their overall package, and I'm pleased to see that we as a caucus are embracing the California Forward total package. What I've put in is, if the California Forward package for some reason doesn't get the 2/3 votes it requires, because there's many facets to it, I wanted to, actually I put my resolution in before we embraced the California Forward package, but I'm happy we've done that. If for some reason that stalls, I'm ready to go with my pay-as-you-go proposal. And by the way, both of the Inspector General and pay-as-you-go have been generating bipartisan support, because I don't look at fiscal responsibility as a partisan issue. I'm happy to have Kevin Jeffries on as a principal or joint co-author with these things, and let's work together to solve our fiscal mess.
I think you said the big word that most taxpayers want to hear: work together.
Absolutely.
Assemblyman Anthony Portantino, thank you so much, and thank you at home for watching Time Warner Cable's local edition. This has been the Sacramento Report.
This is about my future.
My future.
My future.
Our nation's future.
And the future of our children.
Science,
technology,
engineering,
and math are the foundation for a stronger America.
America will once again lead the way.
We will not fall behind.
We will meet the demands of a new age.
A new age.
A new age.
A new age.
The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.